Today I'm going to show you how to have the perfect shoulder workout. When it comes to building a nice shape to the shoulders, you want to make sure that you target all three heads of the deltoid, the front, the side, and the rear. But when I design shoulder workouts for women, I like to go one step further and be sure that we're supporting shoulder health and longevity because shoulder problems become so much more common as we age. So today I'm going to show you not just how to build a nice shape, but how to build strength and stability too. And remember, if you want some help with your training, to head over to femalefitnesssystems.com and check out my programs there. I'll link to them in the description of this video. And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that you're more likely to see new videos from me when they come out. So if you want to build nice looking shoulders, it's really important that you target your side delts, so your lateral head, because from the front that is going to give you a roundness and a fullness. Now as ladies, it's really hard to get super round shoulders, but we at least have to try. So in my programs, we make sure that we do at least a couple of exercises that are going to target that side delt. Today I'm going to show you a variation of the side raise. Now side raises are one of the most common exercises that target the lateral head of the shoulder. And normally when you do them, you lift the weights directly out to the side of the body. But what we're going to do today is come out into a little bit more of a Y position, a little bit more in front of the body. And that actually makes the exercise a little bit more shoulder friendly. The other thing that we're going to do is lay back on the incline bench, which puts your shoulders on a stretch, and that makes the exercise more effective. So what you'll do is laying back on that bench, lifting your chest up a bit, and then just coming out into that Y position, getting a good squeeze of the shoulders and trying to keep them engaged as you lower down. And it's really important that you don't come all the way back down beside your body with those weights, because that breaks the tension. There's no tension on your muscles here. So stop short of the legs, and that's going to make the exercise so much more effective. So start with the dumbbells out a little bit further from your legs. Come up, come down, stopping short of the body. So I've actually grabbed some heavier weights, and what I want to do is give you a little pro tip right now and show you what to do when you hit failure on these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some full reps, and then when I hit failure, I'm going to do some partials. So just some little half reps.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I will get up.
Whoa. Shoulders on fire. Next, we're going to do an exercise to target the front of your shoulders. Normally in a workout, we'll do at least one exercise to target the front delts. We don't need to do a whole lot because in a workout program in general, there are many exercises that target the front delts. So things like push-ups and chest presses, those all work the front of the shoulders. What we're going to do today is an overhead press, but I'm going to show you a variation on it that makes it more shoulder friendly. So normally when you do a shoulder press, your arms are out to the sides, but to make it more shoulder friendly, you can move your arms slightly more in front of your body, just like we did with the side raises. And to make this more shoulder friendly, what we're going to be doing is adding a little half rep before we do the full rep. And that half rep just makes the exercise a lot harder, which means you don't need to use as heavy of a weight, which means that this exercise is more joint friendly overall. So what you're going to be doing is a little half rep coming up to about your forehead and back down, and then all the way up, and that counts as one rep. So halfway up, down, all the way up, down.
I will get up again. Stronger than I ever
And then finally, what we're going to do is a W to Y press. And this is going to work on shoulder health and stability, but it's also going to target your rear delts, so the back of your shoulders, which a lot of people neglect. And you really want to make sure you develop your rear delts because that makes your shoulders look so good. I always say it's like the icing on the cake when it comes to your physique. So let me show you how to do that. So we're going to be doing this on an incline bench. If you were to do it on a perfectly flat bench, it would be even harder. So we're going to start on the incline. And what I'm going to do is grab some really light weights. So we're not even going to use dumbbells. We're just going to use these little half weights here from my cable machine. So it's really common when you do these type of exercises to not be able to do much at all. So you can grab some really tiny plates, and that's probably more than enough to get started. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pull your elbows up to the ceiling. You want to make sure that when you pull up, you don't pull to the back of the room, which is a really common mistake. Make sure you're pulling those elbows right up to the ceiling. And then you rotate them around. So that is your W done. And then from there, you're going to press out into sort of a Y position, coming back in, rotating back down and down. So up, rotate, press out. Okay. And this is so hard with barely any weight at all.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever.
So I've got some 3 kilo dumbbells here, and for most ladies starting out with this exercise, 2 to 3 kilos or about 4 to 6 pounds is going to be more than enough weight. Now, a really common mistake is to not press at the same angle as the bench. So if the weights are too heavy or if you have poor shoulder mobility, you'll end up pressing down here. Now, doing this exercise over time with weight is a really effective way to actually work shoulder mobility, because when you train mobility under load with weight, that's a really good way to build mobility. But if you can't maintain the same angle as the bench because the weights are too heavy, make sure you reduce the weight. So what that press should look like is this. So it should be at the same angle as the bench, not like this. So that's it from me today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and leave a comment below the video. That helps my channel on YouTube, and I would appreciate it so much. Remember to check out my programs over on femalefitnesssystems.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.
As a feather, but I